Where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. God has given us unlimited treasures in His Word. Every time we open it, we can discover a new treasure or admire an old one. What will we find today? Here's Carla Early with Treasure Hunt in the Word.
Sometimes seeing is believing, but other times our minds just can't comprehend what we see or even experience, and it throws us out of alignment, shifts the foundations of our world. Like 24 years ago, we felt relatively safe, separate from what went on in the rest of the world. But then a terrorist flew an airplane into the North Tower of the World Trade Center. Even with smoke billowing out of the top of that building, those of us watching couldn't imagine how such a thing could happen on such a beautiful blue sky day. What a horrible accident! But then a second plane hit the other tower. And most people realized that this wasn't an accident, but a terrorist attack. The illusion of safety shattered. In a different way, people watching Jesus do miracles and hearing Him speak must have felt their entire world shift. Early on in His ministry, when Jesus both forgave the sins of a paralyzed man and made him walk, the Bible records, "And they were all amazed, and they glorified God and were filled with fear, saying, 'We have seen strange things today.'" The word amazed used here means a throwing of mind out of its normal state, a blend of fear and astonishment. That's how many of us felt on 9/11. Everyone was going about their own business, when quite literally we were hit right out of the clear blue sky. In Jesus' day, they'd been going about their own business for 400 years without hearing all that much from God. And suddenly, He's in their midst, speaking authoritatively, healing people, forgiving sins. That would throw the mind out of its normal state, wouldn't it? Oddly enough, though, it doesn't say they believed. Yes, they glorified God, but instead of an excitement and joy of being in the presence of God, they were filled with fear, which seems to be a common response to the work of God. But they went away saying, "We have seen strange things today," instead of having their lives changed. The Greek word for strange things is the same word that we get paradox from. What they saw and heard was unexpected and extraordinary, but more bewildering than life-changing. Many people working in those towers on 9/11 had life-changing choices to make that morning. Stopping to help a colleague, which stairwell to use, when to evacuate, or even what time to go to work that morning were all life and death decisions. But as I listened to their testimonies, and there's a lot of them online, I heard only 3 give God credit for saving their lives that day. For many, that day their lives were completely changed as a result of what they'd seen and experienced, but only one testimonial I heard had her soul changed by the events of 9/11. She became a new, joyful person after she realized who brought her out, who guided her to make those decisions that day, when so many of her coworkers perished in the rubble. I'm sure there were more, but not as many as I thought. When we have an encounter with God, a life crisis, or anything that leaves us amazed and bewildered, we have a choice. We can walk away saying, "Wow, that was strange," or "That was an awful thing that happened," or we can say, "Lord, what are you wanting me to learn? How are you wanting to change me because of this?"
You can contact us at treasurehuntintheword@gmail.com. We'd love to hear the treasures God has given you through His Word. You can listen to other episodes on our website, which you can find in the description below. Thank you for listening, and remember, where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.